At some point, most of us have looked at our lives and thought, I'm going nowhere. But it's not that you're stuck. You just couldn't clearly visualize your future path. See, we think we need more motivation, more money, more progress, even before we make steps toward those directions. But more of the wrong direction takes us further away from our goals and our dreams. It's like trying to move forward with our eyes closed, then wondering why we got lost. If you've been following along, you can see the pattern, but the path to your dreams are far from comfortable. And now all of it leads here, because once you wake up enough to realize you have been living unconsciously, the next question becomes, can I see my dream clearly enough to move in the right direction? My name is Joseph Birdsong, and there was a season in my life where I thought I could force my own growth with more work, more plans, more forced output. I thought if I just kept grinding, clarity would show itself and direction would reveal itself. But the opposite happened. The harder I pushed, the more lost I became. My days looked productive, but internally, things couldn't have been more chaotic. Those things that I chased were just noise, dressed up as ambition. And I think a lot of us are living there. We live in a world that rewards visible motion. What that means is, if you're busy, you look important. If you're grinding, you look disciplined. If you're chasing that next thing, you look like you're growing. But a lot of that growth is just well-disguised distractions. We keep that constant noise around us because the silence asks the real questions. What do I actually want? What future do I want to build? How can I get there from where I am today? What choice is the necessary first step? Most of us are taught to respect movement before clarity. But that's also how a man creates a life that functions but doesn't fulfill. See, the change for me wasn't dramatic, it was simple. Once I found myself in rock bottom's basement, I realized I didn't need to grind myself to dust just to move forward. What I really needed was stillness to recalibrate my life's compass. See, clarity doesn't arrive when everything is loud. It arrives when you sit with yourself long enough, when you sit with a problem long enough that answers start showing up. And it starts as just a whisper. And if you're surrounded by noise, you might just miss it. And this is the part that most people don't see. We think we're making choices, but most of the time, we just repeat our conditioning, our tried and true traditions, and then mistake those repetitive choices for our destiny. But repetition doesn't always reveal who you truly are. Sometimes it just reveals what you've been trained to do. You're not always lost. Sometimes you're just over-conditioned, and once you see that, everything can change. Because you become dangerous in the right way when you can differentiate noise from the truth. So what do you do now? Don't overhaul your life. Just create space. 10 minutes. No phone, no input, no noise. Just stillness with whatever question or issue that has been plaguing you. Awareness comes first. Then once you see the path clearly, make one choice. Choose one direction, not 5, just one. It can be one action or one habit or one standard that puts you on that path to your answer. Then repeatedly choose one more choice until your path becomes the evidence, because identity can be repeated alignment with the dream self. And if you don't choose what shapes you, something will choose for you. If you don't question your patterns, you will still obey them. So maybe feeling lost isn't synonymous with failing. Maybe it's the opportunity that you've been waiting so long for. The opportunity to shed this old identity and find your own way. And maybe you weren't as lost as you thought you were. This is the Birdsong way.